So this is my IV piggyback video, and the patient IV needed. I would check for the right medication, right dose, right patient, right time, right documentation, right route. And it says he is supposed to get 560 milligrams IV piggyback of chlorphoran every 8 hours. And they want it in a 50 ml bag of saline. So I would have tubing in the package. I would get my secondary tubing. And then I would withdraw with my needle the amount of medication needed from this, cleaning it. And then I would recap my needle the safe way, and then take the needle out and inject the amount of medication into this bag. Oh, spilt it. Then I would take my stuff to the patient room. I would introduce myself, have him identify himself with 2 identifiers, so his name and date of birth. And then I would tell him what I was going to do, that he was going to get chlorphoran, 560 milligrams IV piggyback. And it was going to infuse over 45 minutes. So the drip factor for that would be 12 per minute, or 3 per 15 seconds. So I would spike the medication, and I'd have a label on it that would say what medication it was, the dose, and all that. It'd be like an orange label. And I would hang this up here. And then I'd make sure I filled my tubing with fluid and no bubbles. Then I'd hook my saline bag to this. And I'd clean those ports. Okay, and then I'd set my drip factor to 3 per minute, or per 15 seconds. And I'd make sure, once I did that, I would make sure it's infusing in his arm right, and that there's no infiltration or anything like that. And then I would let that infuse for 45 minutes, and when it's done, I would take my antibiotic off and move my 1,000 ml of NS back to the way it was, instead of having it with the piggyback on. And I would document the information and make sure he handled it right and he wasn't having any reactions, and document everything.